It's my music. Yo. I'm feeling this shit.
Before we get into this, fuck the Knicks.
Not the fix.
Like, care about them.
Yeah. So I'm not going to have my music to bring me in. That's how you do that. Okay. Write this again. All right.
I'll put it in the middle so you guys can both talk to him.
Cool. It smells like Subway over here.
It does. I noticed that.
Are you saying the food or
Just over here.
the New York subway?
You hear the music. We are here, another episode. High Off the Glass, Sundays live. STL 3119 Hampton Ave over at Overtime Studios over here in my city, my music. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what the deal is, man. It's I think summer might be on its way out. It's we got some rain today and we got an awesome guest, man. We are in a for real New York state of mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm joined by my brother, co-host, Coach Damon Hill is in the building. Coach Hill and I, we went to what up, bro? How you living?
I've been better.
You look like
worse.
You look like you blow it. I want to be where you at. What's the name? We went to the awesome, amazing New York State of Mind tour this Tuesday that kicked off here at STL, and we're gonna talk about that. This whole episode is in New York State of Mind because we have my brother on with us today. We have ALLBALL. What is it? A New York Knicks Aficionado. You know what I'm saying? Let's give it up to him. ALLBALL in the building, man. I couldn't wait to have you on, man. What's up, y'all? All y'all joining us on IG. What up? Had a little late start, technical difficulties, rain fucking with us. You know how that go. But ALLBALL, how you doing, brother?
Yes, sir. Hey, man, first and foremost, I want to say thank y'all, brother. Y'all doing a great job. I appreciate the love and support. Hey, man, I can't complain, man. New York City, I'm glad that summer about to be over. We had 90 plus for almost a month and a half, 2 months straight. Get it out of here.
You said say that last part. Just say that last part again. We making you a little louder in here.
Oh, I said I appreciate everybody. I said we had 90 plus degrees in New York for almost 2 months straight. The summer need to get the hell out of here.
No doubt, man. That's called global warming. And I know y'all folks on the East Coast, my people's up in Massachusetts and NY, y'all got hit up. I get that. But, bro, we are here.
90 degrees for 2 weeks straight. That's lovely.
No, it's not. not in East Coast heat with that humidity. Even though it ain't as bad as St. Louis. Be happy it wasn't here, ALLBALL, because it'd be much hotter.
The Atlantic Ocean,
right.
Trust me, that ocean do not help. You think it would help? It don't. All right, so this is the first leg of the conversation today. You know what I'm saying? We have a New York State of Mind conversation. We are talking about your ALLBALL no foul from Dame Dropper from IG. No boys allowed. Damn right. Dime in the building. You know how it go, ALLBALL. So look, man.
Yes, sir. Shout out.
Major shout out to Dime. Major shout out to Fabian, Perspective TV. You know them the dudes right there. But yes,
sir.
This is the question, man. Are you happy or upset that y'all lost out on another big time free agent? What's the deal?
Okay, one thing I'm gonna say, this is ALLBALL, y'all. We do nothing but keep it a whole 1,000 over here.
That's right.
I'm conflicted. I'm happy and I'm sad. Let me give you why I'm happy first. I'm happy that for the first time in a long time, the management, whoever that is, because we don't see their faces, we don't hear their voices,
right.
We don't know who the hell they are.
They don't do no press conferences.
Right, that's why I know who they are, but I'm not even giving them no shout out because, like I said, they like Michael Myers. You don't know what they are. So I'm happy. I'm happy in the sense that for once we stood pat and didn't fall for the okie doke. We didn't give up everything like what we did for Carmelo Anthony.
Right.
Now, why I'm upset
he said watch
is
it.
because
Talking about Melo.
I'm going to honestly say I think it's a conspiracy, and I'm not even a conspiracy theorist, not one bit. I think it's a conspiracy to keep the Knicks bad, man. I honestly think that.
No, okay, first off, how can you even formulate your mind to think something like that when y'all are in New York? Y'all are one of the biggest markets besides LA. Like,
Right.
the NBA is better when the Fakers, the Knicks, and the Celtics are good. Like, that's just how it works. When them three franchises, the oldest franchises in that league, when they're good, the league is better. How can that be that you think it's a conspiracy?
Okay, let me give you a couple of examples. For one, all players talk bad about the Knicks. For what reason, I don't know. If you've never been a Knick, why the hell are you talking bad about him? For two, Spike Lee is a flip-flopper. He's all over the place.
Oh!
Willie down with. Yeah.
What?
All
No,
balls
he
saying
ain't.
it. That's right. All balls saying it. And for three, you see how Jerry West, you see how certain teams have GMs that played for them once before and they try to recruit. What the hell is Clyde Frazier doing for us? Besides saying silly shit on TV.
Calling games with Mike Breen.
Let me get this.
That's what he did, calling
Right.
games.
Once again, where's your recruiting head at? If you so much of a diehard Knicker. Where's it at?
Well, first of all, shout out, bro. Glad to have you on the show today.
That's Coach Damon, by the way.
Okay, how you doing, Coach?
What up? What's going on? By the way, fuck the Knicks.
Damn.
I'm a Celtics fan for life.
Damn.
He know what it is.
Shots fired out this motherfucker. Where the shots?
Hold on. I can't really hear him. I can't
Oh,
really
my
hear
bad.
him.
Let me. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you better because it sounds like you may be saying something slick. I want to hear it.
Oh no, no.
He was.
Something yeah, fuck the Knicks. I'm like,
He
you know,
was.
the rivalry is 100% live here. You know, but as far as
Beautiful.
I wouldn't say a conspiracy when you consider the fact of James Dolan and the thing that he's done in his regime.
Mm-hmm.
As far as front office management, like you said, not falling for the okie doke when you guys have fallen for the okie doke before, but you also got to look at that. Like, what is this the first time in over 20 years that y'all re-signed the #1 pick?
Yup.
Y'all done had a lot of mismanagement.
It's the first.
Y'all have had a lot of mismanagement.
I don't mean to cut you off. I want you to finish your point, but I gotta say this for you all, ball and coach. This is the first. God damn, this is crazy. I'm about to say this shit. This is the first free agent that y'all drafted, that y'all re-signed. Or I'm sorry, the first player that y'all drafted and y'all re-signed since Chris Childs. Childs, my man who tried to get it in with Kobe and he was not playing. Rest in peace, Kobe. Like Chris Childs, that's the night. My man played for Florida State. He played for Bobby Bowden.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
It's ironic. It's ironic we got you on the show today because
It's not ironic. There's a plan to this.
I've been really actively trying to make sure I cross Madison Square Garden off my list this year.
Word. Say word. Me too.
November the 5th, we in town Saturday night.
You trying to do it? Don't play with me, bro.
Yeah,
I will dip with you. I got money. Yeah, for real.
I'm definitely trying
Man,
to
straight up, I will go see Fab and All Ball while we up there, like dead ass.
That's right.
Man, hey, and I'll tell you something else too. I don't consider y'all a rival with us. No disrespect, but like maybe disrespect because like y'all ain't been good like that in a minute. So like to me, rival is the Fakers. It's not the Knicks.
Oh no, it's more the Lakers is more of a rivalry in the sense of extreme tradition, but that's only because of the finals.
Right.
When you're talking about straight regular season,
because they in our division.
No, I hate these guys.
Yeah.
I hate. I still relish the fact that Paul Pierce. You know where I'm going. Christmas Day.
Yeah, go ahead.
When he did the Superman on them, that was dope.
We're gonna let the Knicks fan go ahead and describe what happened.
I mean, well, that was dope. He did the Superman. But hold up, I wanted to go back to what All Ball said, bro. What do you mean you don't like other players talking about y'all? I mean, your GM president is so shitty. You don't even want to name dude.
Right.
So
now, go ahead. Now we all know the GMs. We know that whole Knicks organization is terrible. We know that. Like that's not a secret. So let's not all act like that's a secret. Like we just finding that out. My thing is this: what's the purpose of a Kevin Durant going? The Knicks ain't cool. What's the purpose of doing that for? If you ain't gonna come here, keep your mouth shut and don't come here. What's the purpose of any players trying to maybe warn other players not to come here? What's the purpose of that for?
Because
For what?
your organization is ran shitty from Dolan all the way down, and you brought in like it's what it is. It's like you're bringing in names that don't know how to do the job. You bring in a Phil Jackson who doesn't know how to be a GM or president. You bring in Leon Rose.
Yeah.
You bringing in Leon Rose, who's a name. He does not know how to be a GM or president. You know what I'm saying? Like that's Dolan is just throwing money at the
Look at what just happened.
Well, what happened?
Look at what just happened. Everybody under the sun knew that Jalen Brunson wanted to go there, and y'all wanted him, and y'all still tampered.
That's not tampering. That's not tampering.
They just got a fine for that. What are you talking about? They just got in trouble for that.
Let them talk.
Hey, fellas, can I say this?
Yes, you can.
The reason why most likely the reason, and I don't have no insider on this. This is just me speculating. It's my opinion. The reason why I think Jalen Brunson wanted to come to New York because we was the only one that was going to give him that goddamn money. Wasn't nobody else going to give him that money.
No, I mean, you don't think Leon Rose, knowing him since he was a kid, has something to do with it? His daddy being an assistant coach has something to do with it? I mean,
you got to look
family
at
connections.
the way the market has turned now.
Dallas
money was out there.
He
was going to get that.
Nobody could give him more money than Dallas. Because of bird rights. Nobody could give him more money than Dallas. So I disagree with that, bro.
No, bird rights are if you are 5 and 10. You had to be 5 years in the league or the 10 years with a team.
He's been 5 years in the league.
Jalen Brunson ain't been in the league no 5 years.
I feel like he had. But maybe that's not bird rights, but I know Dallas could give him more than anybody. So he took less money to go to New York. He went there because his daddy, the assistant coach.
That's incorrect.
He did. What you saying?
No. I'm saying as far as Dallas being able to offer him more than anyone.
That's the truth.
No, that's not.
Show me where it
is. Dallas, but hold on. But did Dallas offer it?
Yes.
Dallas said it was going to re-sign him.
Yeah. Because that's all Cuban was talking about. Cuban was high on keeping that dude, but he couldn't keep him. But to me, like, he's not a difference maker. Spider is.
No, not at all.
You know what I'm saying? He's not a difference maker. But you put Donovan with him. You know what I'm saying? Like that might be a difference maker right there. You know what I'm saying?
They got RJ Barrett.
Right, but
they was trying to trade RJ.
No, what I'm saying is
exactly. So if you give up like Spider Mitchell and Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle, that is not enough to make a big statement in the playoffs.
Oh, bro,
if we were able to keep now.
Go ahead.
Let me be honest. I don't like RJ or Julius Randle. Let's state that. I don't like neither one of them at all.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
What my Knicks always do is we treat B+ players like A+ players.
True.
Both of those dudes on good teams is third option at best. We got Randle as our number one. You see what happened with Wiggins when he got put in his right spot, right?
Right.
He flourished.
Right.
So the reason why Mitchell was so important to us is that puts Julius Randle and RJ Barrett in a proper positions where on the pecking order, they're either second or third and fourth.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's no pressure. Now they can play their right position in their right game. But for them dudes to be like the franchise, that's not them. And that's a problem for us.
And I get what you say. Well, go ahead, Coach. Say what you wanted to say.
No, go ahead. I'm trying to look.
Okay, because I get what you're saying, but to me, I think Spider Mitchell with Randall and with RJ is a good freaking team. Like, y'all didn't even sniff the playoffs last year. Y'all might miss it again this year, but with a bona fide all-star on your team, I feel like that helps you. How does that not help them?
Actually, I'm good.
Go ahead, Coach.
No, you go ahead.
No. See, you misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not saying it doesn't help. I'm saying it helps big time if we were able to keep RJ and Randall. But if we had to get rid of either one of them and give up all them draft picks and even 2-3 more players, and remember, like I told you, we now know the reason why Danny Ainge was playing hardball and wanted to take the house from us. Mm-hmm. It was personal. Mm-hmm. It wasn't business.
Right. It's always personal with him, low key. But I got something to go with what you just said about giving away RJ and Julius. But go ahead.
That's what I was just about to speak on. I'm glad they did not make this move at all, because I would prefer, if I'm a Knicks fan, I would prefer to try to build as much as I can, because you would have had to have given up way too much to get Donovan Mitchell.
Maybe so, but
for a guy that could possibly be gone in 4 years.
Okay, and you know both
you
of y'all are
a lot of draft picks and players,
right? Because that's what Ainge got. Because that's what Ainge gets, and I get it. Both of y'all are right. But the thing that disturbs me with Knicks fans, and this goes back to what Fab was saying when we was talking about when we jumped on Dime's podcast, All Ball, a couple weeks ago with that KD bullshit news. Y'all don't want to. It's like I'm hearing Knicks fans don't want to give up Obi Toppin and other cats that we don't know because you think they're gonna be the shit. Like Obi Toppin.
Now hold on.
What is Obi Toppin going? Oh, we got a caller coming in. Can we take this caller?
Yeah, I just.
Can we take him and keep All Ball on too? Okay.
Talk, man. I'm so upset. I gotta go in a minute. I can't wait
To
to do this
accept,
again.
press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello. Who we got? We got a call online. Who this online?
It's Rasta.
What's up, Rasta? How you living, bro?
Hey, what's going on, my brother?
Real
Hey, how you doing?
Chilling, bro. You on with High Off the Glass with Oda Great, All Ball, and Coach Damon. What's up? What's your question?
All right, my question is this recording studio, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now my question was, I'm a recording artist, and I was looking for someone to make beats around songs that I have, because I got a lot of songs that I don't have beats to, and I was willing to pay, whatever service I need to,
Bro, we talking real sports talk right now, but feel free to call back at another day.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, my bad. I apologize for that.
No, you good, bro. You good. Call back next Sunday.
Oh,
shit. Oh, fudge. Got real.
All Ball.
We calling him back. I'm calling him back. I accidentally hung up on him. My
Please
bad, All
leave
Ball.
your message for 6.
All Ball, call back. Call back. But look, to me, it's just them no-name dudes. Why are they tripping off? Hey, Just, come here for a second. Why are they tripping off trading those no-name dudes? Like, that's the thing I don't get.
That's your bench, along with a couple of starters, possibly. You don't want to have to gut your team for somebody that's not top 5.
I get that. But Obi Toppin and a bunch of no-name dudes that only people that know about them is diehard Knick players? Like, come on, man.
For who? Kevin Durant?
Please
Or
leave your
Donovan
message
Mitchell?
for 646305389.
Hello.
Call from
All Ball.
Dude.
to accept.
This is so fucking janky.
It
Yo,
could be a lot worse.
why can't I get him to call back? Every time he yeah.
We're experiencing technical
Please leave your
difficulties
message.
right now on High Off the Glass.
That's some
We
bullshit.
will continue our conversation right now, though.
But it's you can't, and I get it. You don't want to gut your team. The man's voicemail is All Ball. It is, Dime. It is. It's All Ball voicemail. You can't gut your team for one dude. I get that.
Depending on the guy.
Right.
And Donovan Mitchell was not the guy to gut your team for.
He's not. But
And Rudy Gobert was definitely not. But the writing is on the wall, and it's a race to see who can do the
All Ball, call back. I see you on IG. Call back, bro. I don't know what's up with your phone. It's going straight to voicemail. Call the hell back.
I don't know if you can tell, but there is a race going on to see who can build the best tank.
Right.
And right now,
That's every year, though.
No, not
That's
like
every
this.
year in this league.
This is for the French freak. That's why this is going on.
I don't see what the big deal is with him.
Have you seen him?
I haven't.
That's why.
Is he that good? Is he better? Is he better than Luka?
He's way better than Giannis was at this age.
Oh wow,
way better.
And he's like 6'11" or some shit.
Picture a. I'm not making this racial or anything really.
Hold on. He's trying to call back.
Picture a black Porzingis.
Call from
All Ball.
to accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Hello.
Yes, sir. That's All Ball.
All right, bro. You locked up or something, man? I had to hit one to accept it and shit.
Nah, the phone got disconnected.
No,
Once the other guy hung up, the phone just hung up.
Yeah, you good, man. That was my fault. I was trying to hang up on that caller that called about music and shit.
It's all good.
But tell me about that, man. Like, why are y'all so trying to hold on to Obi Toppin and other young Knick players that we have no clue about outside of the tri-state area?
Now, my thing is this. I don't know I'm a real New Yorker. That's no disrespect to nobody. I'm a real basketball head. I don't agree with none of that. Everybody on the Knicks can go. I don't care who it is.
Right.
And the way people like Obi Toppin and Grimes and Quickly and them dudes is not as good as people making them out to be.
Right.
I don't know what type of basketball everybody is watching, but it's no way in the world them dudes can go. All of them can go.
Right.
They're not that good at all.
Right. Now,
Who is y'all coach right now?
that's a good fucking question.
ALLBALL. Who's Knicks head coach?
Say it again?
Who's Knicks head coach right now?
You said who's the Knicks head coach right now?
Yeah.
What's the guy from Chicago that played the defense? You know what I call
Thibodeau.
him?
Y'all still got Thibodeau.
Listen, no. Listen, y'all, no. Listen, I know his name, but you know what I call him, right?
What you call him?
Uh-oh.
I call him Oswald Cobblepot. Remember Batman?
Stop
Wait,
it.
what do you call him?
Not Oswald Cobblepot. Come on, man.
He do look like DeVito when Batman Returns out this
Come on,
bitch.
man.
He do look like
Exactly.
DeVito.
Pull it up.
He do though.
Come on.
You ain't
dog.
lying, my dude. He do look like some goddamn. Yup, the Penguin.
But
you got it, Dime.
wouldn't
He
thought
looks
to
just
say
like
that.
Dan DeVito in Batman Returns.
For those who don't have the mental capacity, Oswald Cobblepot is,
Come on, man.
It's the government name.
He
of
does
the
not
Penguin.
deserve.
The
Listen,
Penguin.
he's an
That's
okay
his
coach.
government.
He's a defensive minded coach. In today's game,
Yeah.
that shit does not work.
Did y'all
If you
trade
don't have
D-Rose yet?
offense and some firepower,
No.
it doesn't work.
Okay, I get that, but I'm gonna say for one of your assistants, bring it back to Brunson daddy, bring it back to Jalen Brunson, his daddy. Isn't he offensive minded? You know what I'm saying? He used to play in the league. I think he's gonna help with that. Ain't that why they hired him?
I mean,
They hired
maybe
him
they
to do
hired
that,
them, to lure his son over there as well.
Right.
True.
That's the only reason.
I think. Yo, listen, man. We need to clean house, man. We need new everything, man. That's just we need new everything. Go get Sam Cassell. Get a coach that can relate to the players.
There you
That
go.
can throw some rings on the table.
Yes.
That's urban. That's hood enough. That can talk to them.
Yep.
And relate to them young dudes. And he know the game.
Yep.
And he's offensive. And then you get some whole new staff. You need new everything in there, man.
That's
It's
real.
a new day.
I understand.
It's a new day.
I understand what you mean about
Come
Sam
on, man.
Cassell.
And let me tell you something. I'm old school. I'm 44 years old. I'm the one that argued with the young dudes about the Jordans and the Rodmans. But at the end of the day, it's like still wearing baggy jeans. No, that day is over.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta move along with the times.
I feel you. Hey, to your point earlier too, this is what I wanted to talk about. We mentioned this a little bit when I talked to you on the phone. What is up is like, was this like a personal, and maybe this is to your point earlier, what you were saying about trying to keep the Knicks bad. Was this a personal FU to the Knicks by Danny Ainge? Because what he got from Cleveland, from all reports that I've read, isn't as good as what the Knicks was offering.
Whoa.
So
Okay, now let ALLBALL break it down. Y'all ready?
what I read. Go ahead.
So this wasn't nothing about business. This was personal from the beginning, and I'm gonna break it down. First, they said the news was the way that the Knicks got Brunson, that Mark Cuban and Danny Ainge both didn't like it. Why Danny Ainge cared about that, I don't know. Now, they said last year during the season, the Knicks kept bragging and boasting, saying that they was going to get Donovan Mitchell.
Yep.
Danny Ainge didn't like that. So he took it personal because he basically said what we was doing was, even though the season going on, it doesn't even matter. We're going to get him. And that's why he did what he did, because he didn't like how we were saying we already got Donovan Mitchell in the bag.
Right.
He also blocked
Because our offer was better. We had better offer than what Cleveland gave up.
Say that again.
I said our offer was better than what Cleveland offer was.
Right. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, but once again, it goes back to what I said. I know it sounds a little nutty, and I know, we joke and play and laugh a lot, but at the end of the day, if the Knicks is this market is this and that, why nobody want to come? Why
Right.
people, this is how I feel. This is me. This is my opinion, whether somebody agree with it or not. What's the purpose of talking about somebody if you're not going to go over there?
True.
What's the purpose?
I guess it's when and to me, I don't think KD was putting y'all down. He was just stating facts. It's just like he didn't feel comfortable. He knew he could go to Brooklyn and have carte blanche, like he could just run that motherfucker the way he wanted, and he ran it straight off the fucking bridge.
No.
He couldn't do that. I don't think he could do that with the Knicks.
No,
I don't think he could do that.
No,
with the
y'all
Knicks.
want some? Hold on. You want some breaking news?
Go ahead. Break it.
You know KD was coming in. You know KD was coming to the Knicks, right?
Yeah.
Right. But
Well,
you know
no.
why he didn't? No. Hold on. No. I'm telling you facts. Go on my Instagram. Go all the way down. I explained it on Fabion's podcast before everything. These is facts. James Dolan told Kevin Durant, "I'm not going to sign you to the extension to the max because I don't know how you're going to heal from your Achilles." That's why Kevin Durant is not a Knick.
Wow.
James Dolan told Kevin Durant, "I cannot give you a max contract because I do not know how you're going to heal from the Achilles." Because everybody knew he wasn't going to play the first year.
Wow. He 100% said that. That's factual. That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Wow. Well,
Him and Kyrie was going to be in blue and orange.
both of them.
They wasn't coming to New York to go to no Brooklyn. When people come to New York, they coming to the blue and orange. They ain't going to no Brooklyn.
I heard that he had a meeting set up with them and didn't even go to the meeting. You know,
I didn't hear that, but
yeah.
he definitely told Kevin. Remember, he was scared as far as with that. But how do you? Come on, once you tell Kevin Durant that, I'm getting out of here.
Right.
I'm not going over there. We already in New York. Let's go across the bridge. Fuck it.
True. Hey, Dime want to know if you back from Utah. Go ahead, Coach.
That kind of speaks to what we were saying before, though, as far as the mismanagement. But I can understand James Dolan halfway on that.
I can too.
Because for one,
low key, I get it.
You're Kevin Durant, but you're not LeBron,
right?
And you don't, and you're older, and you're coming
bony.
off an Achilles, and you're 7 feet tall.
Bony as
But
hell.
I can understand where Dolan coming from, and I can understand where Knicks fans coming from.
Nah.
I can
I
understand where Knicks fans
respectfully
coming
disagree
from.
with y'all brothers. Listen, we've been terrible for 30, 40 years. He's coming with Kyrie Irving. We were about that when it happened. You do not tell that man that. No,
Yeah.
I disagree with y'all.
I understand.
Yeah, and I guess he was just trying to keep it real with him from jump, so he can't say later, "Well, you told me you would do such and such, and you ain't do it." You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I think it's a blessing in disguise for y'all because
if everything wouldn't have been right, Durant would have been at the same state he's at right now, wanting to leave.
True, but I ain't even talking about that. I'm talking about bring it more relevant. I think it was a blessing in disguise that y'all missed out on Spider, because if you did have to give up Randall and RJ, y'all would have been fucked. Y'all would have been screwed all the way.
You know who we missed out on too?
Who?
And I could be for another show. We missed out on Dame Lillard as well.
Oh, Dame wasn't going nowhere. Dame, it's kind of the thing with Dame and Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal only wants the money. Bradley does not care about winning. He just wants to get paid. I think so. Dame. That's what I get from Brad. Dame is super loyal to Portland. He is dumb loyal to Portland. He will play with whoever they get him up there. He will recruit if they ask him to, even though he don't like doing it. But I don't think Dame was ever serious about leaving Portland. I seriously don't.
I think
he considered.
I think as far as the Brad situation,
I'm gonna tell you, look, he considered New York.
1 second,
I'm
ALLBALL.
sorry,
go ahead.
No, go ahead, because we don't have a lot of time with him.
All right,
go ahead, get your comment in, dog. ALLBALL, go ahead.
All right, no, I was going to say Dame Lillard considered two places. He considered New York, and he wanted to play with Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
But once James Harden signed with Philly, that was off the table.
True.
But those two places he wanted to play.
He may be.
But some in-house things happened, and of course, you see what the money and how Portland treat him. That was a no-brainer.
Right. Yeah, that's part of the point that I was about to make in reference to both these guys. I believe they're both at this point playing more chess than what people believe. Like as far as Brad is concerned, just my outlook. I'm sorry, from the outside looking in, he had to secure that $250 million.
Mm-hmm.
Then, and only then, can you come back later.
That's how much he got from Portland to re-up?
No, I'm talking about from Washington. He got $250.
Oh, you talking about talking about Brad? I thought you were talking about Dame.
Brad. Both of them though, because Dame at the end of Dame right now is like fifth all time in all time salary. He has like $451 million guaranteed.
Yeah, he just.
So what I'm saying, as far as both of these guys, you got to secure the money completely first, Then you let the
Oh,
team,
my God.
you let the team start floundering. That's the only way that you can come to the media saying trade me.
Bruh, he will never.
Right.
Brad, it will never be nothing guaranteed where he's like, get me out of here. That dude is
guarantee
cool
you it's
to
coming.
get the check. He
I
is
guarantee
not.
you
He does
it's
not give a
coming.
shit about winning. He
I
does not give a
guarantee
shit
you
about
it's
winning.
coming. If
Fellas,
that's the
can I
case, he
say
would have left
something
this
before
past
I get
summer.
out of here?
Go ahead, brother.
Right, because I gotta go. Let me say this to any superstar. This is what I've been saying. This is why I don't understand some of these agents. We can all talk about whatever we want to say about my Knicks, but let me say this. You see how my Knicks was when we went to the first round and got beat and got our ass beat? How that Garden was electric?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine a superstar come there. Your jersey sales, your sneaker sales,
Y'all would
and
lose
you
your
get us
mind.
to the playoffs. Man, we'll protect you like the president.
Oh my
How
God.
the superstars don't understand that? I
Bruh.
don't get it.
Yeah.
Well, if y'all would learn how to draft
True.
like
True.
Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown,
Good guy. Y'all could have had Steph.
Yeah.
Robert Williams.
Could have had Donovan in the
Bad,
draft.
yeah.
Like, y'all just draft so
Yeah.
shitty. That's another big
Yeah,
thing.
Chuck,
You know.
yeah.
But don't get me wrong, RJ Barrett will turn into an
Nah,
all-star.
he not it.
Okay.
Nah, he's not it. He's not it, man.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
I don't think he's gonna be no
He
all-star
might,
neither.
right. He might not maybe even be an all-star in his career.
He will turn into an all-star. Trust me. Mark my words. I don't eat thesauruses nor dictionaries.
Yo, all ball. Where you going? So you say you going to the casino? Where you going? You going to Connecticut or where you going?
Hey, man, Atlantic City, man. I'm a blackjack guy, man. I'm a big dog, man.
Oh wow,
The
you
big
going to
pig,
AC?
baby. Yeah, man. I'm in Vegas next week, baby. This is what I do. I'm in New Orleans the week after.
Oh well,
Hey,
shit.
man.
You need to come to St. Louis. We got a couple casinos here for your ass. Come out here,
Oh, nothing to talk about. I'm gonna set it up,
bruh.
Nothing to
For
talk
real,
about.
I will take off work, bro. We will straight kick it. Don't play.
Oh, man, say no more. What casinos they got out there?
Shoot, what we got? Ameristar, Hollywood, Lumiere, and the best one, the one I like going to that just got bought by DraftKings last year, Casino Queen, over in Illinois,
All right.
in East Saint.
Well, we're going to stay in contact. Listen, brothers, it's been a pleasure. I will come on anytime.
Yes, sir.
Anytime you need me on, I'll support all day, man. I appreciate y'all, brother.
All ball, thank you for doing this, man. This was great. I cannot wait to have you back and do a full-fledged episode with you, bro.
Yes, because I'm going to give you my history and my background, where I come from and why all this love and this passion is here, my brother.
Right on, man. The audience loved you, and thank you so much for dealing with our technical difficulties. Can't wait to have you back, bro.
Y'all brothers have a blessed day and happy holidays, man.
You too,
Right on.
bro. Same to you. Right on. Peace.
All right.
Right on.
Peace.
That was Don. That was All Ball was in the building. Came to join us, give his little NY point of view, because you know it's the NY state of mind, and I get it. It really, you can almost see where he's coming from. Where it's a conspiracy to keep them down, but I think the conspiracy is in house because them cats don't know what the shit they are doing. That's the problem.
It's all Knicks fans think that somebody's trying to hold them down.
Oh, that sounds like another fan base that plays a whole nother sport. We could talk about it, but we ain't got time. Season's about to start with that. Before we jump into New York State of Mind tour that both of us went to earlier this week, we were blessed to. I would like to do another segment that we've had on this show several times, Marijuana Minute. All right, let's listen up for the Marijuana Minute, y'all. Here we go. Come on, where's my music? Where's my marijuana music? God dang it. All right. Just, how come my music ain't playing, Just?
I know some songs right off the top of my head.
Oh, yep, you're right.
We could do I Want to Get High by Cypress Hill.
This music was given to us by the great Pharaoh Slick Beats. This gentleman will be on the show here pretty soon. You can find him at SLCC Beats on IG, and you can get some beats yourself. For that gentleman that called in earlier, you can get some beats from that man because he makes super dope beats. All right. First part of a medical marijuana minute is in Pennsylvania. The governor just sent out a tweet to his to fellow Pennsylvanians. They are giving away pardons to minor nonviolent marijuana offenses. So they are doing that. Apply by September 30th to be considered. So if you live in Pennsylvania and you got a little bullshit marijuana charge, you can get that expunged off your record. Now, here in the state that we live in, beautiful state of Missouri, Missouri activists launch a No on Amendment 3 campaign and call on Governor Parsons, that's our sorry-ass governor, for a special session to address marijuana legalization. So on the books, November 3rd, when we vote, it's coming up for rec to be legal. But supposedly this law is not fair. And the Cannabis Freedom Act is something that needs to be passed, and they want this to be passed instead of just Amendment 3 being passed. And Amendment 3 probably has a whole bunch of bullshit on it. Please stay tuned to High Off the Glass, because I will drop knowledge on that with you guys so you guys know what to vote for. Also, too, a new study found that cannabis legalization is associated with a decrease in the stock market for pharmaceutical companies. So basically, you're a pharmaceutical firm, your stocks go down when cannabis legalization is associated with it. So that's kind of funny, but that's how it should be, because cannabis is much better for you than pharmaceuticals. Investors anticipate a single legalization event to reduce a drug maker annual sales by $3 billion on average. Damn. So that means Pfizer and Moderna on them, they probably shook. All right. Last with marijuana minute. Let's see. Moneybags Joe, a.k.a. President Joe Biden. Too many families are losing loved ones to drugs like fentanyl. My Safer America plan addresses the opioid pandemic by imposing tougher penalties for the deadly trafficking that has poisoned our communities. So hopefully, I mean, he says that's something that he's trying to push. Let's hope that along with that, there's cannabis legalization in that. I've never really asked you too, D. What's your opinion on federal legalization of cannabis?
It needs to be taken. It needs to be taken away as a Schedule I drug, for sure, because these are archaic and old, very old laws.
I did not drink of it. I just poured it in there.
But
you want it.
Getting back to what we were talking about, just as far as federal regulations and rules.
Do you think it should be?
I mean, of course, it should be legalized and throughout all 50 states. And what people don't realize within the state of Missouri, non-smokers, whether it's recreational or medical, the amount of the fiscal windfall that it causes for the whole state.
Right.
Just so much money gets generated that it's like it doesn't make any sense to keep going the way things have been going.
Right.
All you have to do is just look at our next door neighbor in Illinois or many different states.
So you're for it.
It does nothing but drive up
revenue.
It's going to drive up the economy too. So all the people that's living either at or below the poverty line, you're going to have to do something to step your game up.
The thing I worry about that, though, D, is when they do that, how much will it affect those people you just mentioned at or below the poverty line? Because
it ain't going to affect them that much at all.
We don't know that, because the government is good for, once they legalize some shit so they can get the money first, fuck it up. Alcohol, cigarettes.
But what I'm saying is this.
I want to say firearms, but they can't regulate that shit at all. Like,
as someone who's actually worked with the public on a day-to-day basis, and just knowing what you know, people are going to get high.
No doubt.
Just like when, if you think about it,
no doubt.
Take it back to the Prohibition days. People they made all the rules they could about getting alcohol. People produced it. People got it.
They still got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same as with this.
But you're not worried about the government, coming out with marijuana cigarettes and they're full of goddamn
that's one thing I don't like about
embalming fluid like regular cigarettes.
One thing I don't like about federal. That's not gonna happen. But one thing I don't like about federal regulation, as far as marijuana is concerned, I don't like the taxes.
Right.
And if you're gonna have taxes, if it was somebody that could be regulated countrywide, that'd be different.
Yeah.
Because like what goes on in Illinois, it's not the same as what goes on in Colorado.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk about
so
it,
it's
yeah.
like, but go on. When I'm in Colorado, it's like, oh, I don't have no problem going to a dispensary.
Right.
But
It's a big damn difference.
When I'm here, oh no, I only do that like every now and then. I don't really mess with dispensaries here like that.
Right. I feel you on that. Because they cost too much. I don't mess. The only dispensary I really mess with here is Field State. I mess with Field State because Field State messes with me. Over on Howder Shell out in Florissant. Great dispensary. Other than that, not really.
That's one thing we can speak about right now too, though.
Well,
we got people breaking into dispensaries.
Man, I want to talk about it too, but we ain't got but 2 minutes left. I'm just trying to see whether the next host ain't here yet because I definitely got to get to the counselor. But go ahead. What do you think about that?
Well,
it's a lot to do with that.
That's just crazy. That's just man. That just makes no sense to break into dispensaries.
20 minutes? I got 20 minutes? Bet.
And what we can do is
we got 20 minutes now.
We can get into what we discussed before, and I'll just go right into it.
No, say where you was with the dispensaries.
I mean,
I want to talk about
like
that.
I said, you get so tired of hearing about crime stories and different shit like that. I mean, that's like, come on, man, leave us alone. You know, leave our people alone. We ain't messing with nobody. Y'all breaking in.
Black people or cannabis smokers? Which one are you talking about?
I'm talking about cannabis smokers.
Okay, right. Leave
we
our
don't,
shit.
you know, we ain't, to break into a dispensary,
Right.
especially like when you think about let's say cookies.
Yeah.
They just got here. You
Yeah.
know, they got the big name and all of that, but when you think about just doing stuff like that and the manner in which things are being done, like now,
Yeah.
you talking about just smash and grab.
Yeah.
I ain't with all of that.
To me, I'm not with it as well. To me, though, like dispensaries like Starbuds or Starbuds is one that got broken into.
But one thing I hate to interject, but
Go
one
ahead.
thing that could help that in a way is if we had the banking for dispensaries, because you know people aren't just coming in just trying to get weed. They thinking that it's money in there too, because they know.
True.
Some
Yeah.
people, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Some people know that they
Yeah.
don't have banking.
Yeah.
You know, if you know anything about the industry, you would know
Right.
that.
Right.
And I think there's a lady out in Colorado who started her own bank. You know what I'm saying? But
There's a few places where they can put their money federally, like there's because FDIC does not want that money,
This is
and you're right
backwards.
about that. But see, and the fucked up part is, and it's so stupid. They may be thinking, like you just said, we can get green and money out that mug. It ain't like that. The only
Right.
thing that's in there is maybe green, and that shit is so locked up you will not get it. All you're gonna do is just waste your time. But to me, I'm with you. I think it's horrible. I especially hate when it's someone like Cookies that has reached out to the community is having this happen. Now, other dispensaries that pop up, Starbuds, Cannabis, I had Cannabis work with me last year on my event. Haven't heard from them since. Haven't seen them in the community since. Haven't seen them. Barely see them on on Lindbergh over there in Hazelwood. I know they're also in Lake St. Louis as well, but it's just like when these companies just open up and your only connection with this plant is to get paid, when you have no connection with the community you just mentioned and or the plant, heaven help you, because I mean you don't have a foothold in the community. You just want the communities. What are we pointing at? The shirt. Yeah, definitely. We got 20 more minutes, man. You just said it.
20 minutes goes by fast.
It do, but it does. But damn, I didn't interrupt you when you was talking.
That's why I pointed.
what I'm saying is right. But what I'm saying is, if you don't have a foothold in the community, shit like this is going to happen.
Yeah.
And I really hate that it happened to Cookies, especially since they are trying to do that. I don't know about the one on up the street from us over here on Hampton, the one on Chippewa, how much they're in the community. I don't even know if they've been hit. But dispensaries or rich people who, and mainly, unfortunately, because of the way this country has been set up historically, rich white people that just want to jump into this industry, you better know what the hell you're doing. And that black person, if you're in the state of Missouri, that black person that you get on your license just so you can get your dispensary, how about you include that person in, have them be a major part of your company, not just some name so you can get it, and then find a way to X that person out. Because that's happened a lot too in St. Louis. And that's some bullshit all throughout the state. But my man right here is, I want to fire up that blunt. My man right here, my coach, my co-host is, Coach has urged me to talk about what is on my shirt, And, man, we can get into it, man. New York State of Mind tour. Greatest fucking concert I've ever been to in my goddamn life.
No.
Man, Wu-Tang Forever. Yep, that shit was dope on so many levels.
First
like,
of all,
bruh.
yeah, let's get to it. Let's get to
Let's
this,
get to
this
it.
Dude is crazy. This the greatest concert he ever been to.
Like, man, I don't know how you don't think it is.
I know for a fact it ain't.
Okay, you personally, that's fine. But for me, and I've seen some folks, maybe I ain't seen all the acts you've seen, but I've seen some folks, that was the greatest show I've ever seen. And I've seen Nas and Wu before. That shit, the way they weaved in and off the stage, Jizza opens the goddamn show, then Jizza does his shit, then we jump into Wu shit, then Wu goes away, then Nas come out, then Nas go away, then Ray and Ghost come out. Then Ray and Ghost go away. Then Nas come back out again. And then goddamn Bus pops up out of nowhere. Bus does his thing. We didn't even think Bus was coming because it said special guest Bus. People I was with was assuming he was going to open. No, he did not open. My man came out of nowhere after Nas was done to ante up. Oh, my God. And then we finished with Wu doing. Come on, bro.
First, are you done?
That shit.
Are you done?
Not really.
Because
not really.
All,
I got way more.
Great concert. No meth. So that already.
Now you sound like one of them females when I was talking to when we in the parking lot.
No, because meth spits on the mic.
Yeah.
Anyway, no meth, so that already is a detractor.
What the girl said is, I came for method. Method.
Not like that. First of all, Busta should have did way more. Busta didn't do enough. Busta could have
Bus did like 4 songs. You know what I'm saying?
Four songs ain't nothing.
Songs. True, but first off, you're not one of the headliners. You're a special guest.
Yeah,
and
you're a special
the
guest.
show was only supposed to go from 8 to.
The show started late.
It did start a little late, but that's a show. That most shows start late. But it went from 8. It was supposed to go from 8 to 10:30 from what security told me. These cats ain't get done till 10 after 11. So they went over. I think that was dope.
Anyway.
I love that they went over.
Before I go any further.
He could have done more songs though. I feel you.
You ever heard of the Fresh Fest?
The Fresh Fest.
Fresh Fest.
From the 80s?
Let me give you the lineup. First off, this who started the show. NWA started the show.
Okay.
Yeah, NWA, EPMD, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince,
Goddamn.
Run DMC,
Goddamn.
and Public Enemy. Yes.
Shit.
Now you tell me.
Yeah, was this Fresh Fest 86?
87.
87? Damn, I was 1 year off.
Man,
Ooh, I was close.
Greatest concert on earth.
All right, so start it out. Say it again. Say that lineup again.
NWA started the show.
I want you to get on wax saying this shit. Hold on.
NWA as the starter. Then you got EPMD, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince from He the DJ, I'm the rapper.
God, that is a dope album.
You haven't seen
Nightmare
nothing till you
on
seen
My
them
Street.
do Brand New Funk live. Turn the whole show out.
Brand New Funk
Brand New Funk, the song Brand New Funk.
by DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Did it live.
I don't remember that one.
Whoa, Brand New Funk?
Yeah, my
Oh
bad.
my God, that's one of their hottest songs ever.
Okay.
They got a video for that.
I need to go back. I'm gonna go buy that record again. I'm gonna go buy that fucking record.
Run DMC
Okay.
and Public Enemy ended the show.
PE ended it. So the last song they probably did was not Bring the Noise.
They could have did Mary Had a Little Lamb. It didn't make a difference. It was Public Enemy.
No, you got to end it right. But in '87, no Fight the Power wasn't out yet. So I wonder what they ended this show. Okay, you know what? For you know what I'm saying? That's number one.
And
I get it.
Nas's show from 15 years ago
At the pageant?
was better than this show.
No, the fuck it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
He did 25 songs at the pageant.
Guess what? He had to. It was only him and Slick Rick.
Slick Rick wasn't
sorry.
at that show. I'm talking about this was from 2007.
Nah, Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh opened for him. Yes, they
It's
did.
a different show.
You sure? He only played the
only
pageant
people
once.
The only people that opened for him was a local group called 40 Below.
I could have swore Slick Rick.
They were terrible.
Slick Rick and I just said his name.
Dougie Fresh.
Dougie Fresh opened for him. No,
There was none of that bullshit.
it wasn't. I love that. Dougie Fresh is the shit. Don't hate.
That's my guy, but nah.
That was the move. But to me, okay, first off, perhaps bullets bust, niggas discuss Mad Money, True Wise, and like white guys. We could see it through the eyes. I've never heard that song, Raekwon, Ghost, and Ray. I've never heard them do that song together. You know what I'm saying? That
You more verbal intercourse?
Verbal Intercourse is one of the dopest fucking rap songs ever, and I've never heard all three of them do it live.
Me neither.
So that not that alone, but that was that was
when they did
that was historical.
Now,
bro.
when they did it,
shit,
I was kind of surprised,
and I think they've never done that in St. Louis.
I was kind of surprised that Wu ended they set like that, and Nas started his set, but it was smooth how they transitioned. Cause I loved when Wu came back out,
right?
And they did with the wardrobe change,
yeah. It was
that suit that Ghost had on.
Yeah,
First of all, everything that said Park Hill was just lovely.
Yeah,
that was just off the hook.
Of course, they gonna rep their hood.
Yeah, I know, but all the different forms of it, the hats, the shirts. Cause you remember when Capadonna came back out, he had a raw ass Park Hill shirt on. It was like,
I didn't peep it.
It was like that Carhartt color.
Donna was spitting, boy.
Capadonna, my guy.
Capadonna.
When they changed the beat to Winter Wars,
right?
I'm like, damn,
dude.
That's.
I'm gonna tell you like this. He really disappointed me with that Yin and Yang album that he put out. I'm sorry, it was called The Pillage. The single was called Yin and Yang, but the album was called The Pillage. I'm hyped for it. Had that Wu fucking press behind it. It was hyped up. That album was straight doo-doo.
Cap is one of those guys he's one of them guys that's better inside of a group.
You ain't lying. Oh,
Deck is like that.
Yeah,
Deck is so nice.
I hate that. I hate that too.
It's just some guys are like that.
And his album, Uncontrollable Substance, I was hyped for that. I bought that when it came out. That mug, I don't even think it had one song on it.
Think about this.
Good God.
Cap, Deck, You Got, Master Killer, all of them are better as far as being in a group.
I disagree. You've never heard Master Killer Made in Brooklyn, have you? Spoken like someone who's never heard it. Yeah, listen to that's his first solo album. Listen to it. It is dope. It was way better than I thought it would be. And You God's first album, I think it was called the hit single was called Golden Arms. I forget what the album is called. That song Golden Arms is hard, and he had 3 other dope ass tracks on there. So,
but I'm saying as far as pulling and controlling it and maintaining a whole album,
the whole album maybe not.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
why I'm like they're better as part of being in a group.
Look, after The Pillage and Uncontrollable Substance, I was okay with what I got from you. I was good with what I got from you, God, because that shit was dope. And Made in Brooklyn gets slept on out of Wu single albums. Like that motherfucker is dope. Like it's dope. Like it's dope. Like Iron Man dope. Like it's good, but people didn't fuck with it.
Sidebar.
Go ahead.
That ninja was tired because they had the park bench on. They had the park bench on the set.
Yeah,
like the park benches in New York.
Yeah.
I'm telling my wife, I'm like, he keeps it down. Everybody else is going around the stage, but Master Killer, he was like, man, I don't know if he was just trying to play it like that's how we do it in New York. We chill on the park bench, but you can't fool an old nigga.
Yeah.
You tired, dog.
I like how he got off though. They I forget which song off of
Raw
Only
ass
Built.
Fila suit he had on too.
Yeah, it was. I forget which Only Built for Cuban Link song that he has that he goes off on. Damn, what was it? Is it Knowledge? It might be Knowledge God. I think it's Knowledge God. And he did his thing at the end of that. I was just thoroughly impressed with the show. I think there was the only thing to me, it was a perfect show. The only thing that could have been better, like you said, Bus could have done some more songs if his set was a little bit longer and if Meth was there. Other than that,
oh yeah.
To me, the shit was perfect. Yeah. I think it was hands like down perfect.
Then, as far as the real GOAT is concerned, NAS. More of your
okay. So we here now. So Nas is your GOAT, huh?
Of course.
Nas is your GOAT.
Of course. I mean, how else could he not be?
Yeah, I get that.
I mean, lyrically wise, longevity wise, it don't get no better.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can't go wrong. And let me ask you something too. Since we on this New York State of Mind, this is perfect with it. And you came in talking about it, which was weird. What the fuck is the difference between Jigga and Hove? It's the same sellout ass dude. What you talking about?
Jigga.
Well, man, I'm sorry. Jigga was still with Rockefeller and Dame, so that's not the sellout.
Jigga
Hove is
Jigga. Anything before the first blueprint, up into the first blueprint, that's Jigga.
Okay.
The way that guy rhymed. Was very underappreciated, I would say. To a point.
It was not underappreciated.
What I mean is, whenever people would argue, they would always, especially when they would argue about him versus Nas, they would always.
Another MC you forget.
And a lot of people would always try to say
the greatest.
A lot of people would always try to say, well, Jay only talk about money, and it's like, no, That's not what Jay. That's not the only thing Jay talk about.
Drugs.
If you go back to Reasonable Doubt, which is his best album, listen to the song 22
Is that his best album?
Listen to the 22 Twos.
22 Twos is that shit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All the verses, especially the first two.
Yeah, but he's not kicking.
Can't Knock the Hustle.
He ain't kicking knowledge on that. You know what I'm saying?
On 22 Twos.
Give me a line. Give me a line from that.
What did he say? Too much. Was it too much love? Something. Too much black equals too much love. Something. It's like,
you don't remember the song?
No, I don't want to mess the line up. 'Cause I don't want to say the wrong thing, but it's like the first or the second verse on 22 Twos. Okay, you only got two verses.
Okay,
but one verse is significantly better than the other.
Yeah.
Anything from the verse, anything from Can't Knock the Hustle, I'll put up against that bullshit from what is it? Hove did, God did that shit from DJ Khaled. I don't care nothing about that verse. You can't tell me just because he said some shit. Don't get me wrong. Okay, that's a hot little line about the billionaire shit. Yeah. That don't touch nothing from Can't Knock the Hustle. Yeah. Nothing at all.
But don't act like Black Album was a dope album. Or Blueprint 2 or Blueprint, you know what I'm saying? Not Blueprint 3.
In the mid-90s, who was the best men's tennis player?
In the mid-90s?
In the mid-90s.
Best, was it Sampras?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Got the U.S. Open, served like Sampras. Do you know what that man, what his serve was clocked at? His serve was clocked at like 125. He had the best serve in the game. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
The metaphor. That's all I'm saying. When you
The
metaphor. That's what Jay didn't get enough props for.
Yeah.
When people would just talk about the money. Jay had so many different things that he would put into those lines. Yeah. It's like it's more than just money that he's talking about.
He had great metaphors. He did, but again, Hove. Like the complaint about him is legitimate. All he talked about is money and drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Like he talked about a lot of different things.
Bro, that's all.
I'm a Rockefeller fan.
It's almost. It's the same. You know, it's damn near the same thing with Big. Even though Big wove his rap tales a lot better than Hove, but it's just like that's what Big talked about. You know what I'm saying? Pac talked about that too, but he also talked about us. You know what I'm saying? He talked about different shit. Nas talked about that, but he also kicked knowledge too.
Talks about it.
True, everybody does, but it's just like
it's the way
that's why Nas is ahead of Hove.
And that's what I'm saying. The way you differentiate though. Is when they be able to when you have rappers or I'm sorry, not rappers, but MCs.
There you go, get it right.
MCs who can flip different styles. Now you may be talking about the same thing, but if you can flip it in a different way and prove that you can do different styles, that's what makes Christopher Wallace so great. Because on Life After Death, this man just ran the gamut. Yeah, and that's why I try to tell people when they talk about. I just had a discussion the other day with the song "Notorious Thugs" versus Tupac's song with Bone, and like I was telling,
it's way better.
It's not even close.
Way better.
Like I tell,
Art of War.
Like I was telling the dude,
Art of War is tight. Ain't that the one with the? Yeah.
I'm glad you did that.
Yeah.
That's what I told him.
Yeah.
That's the only thing people remember.
You ain't lying.
The fucking gun
Talk about it, bro.
Nobody quote no lines from that song. Nobody know no lines from that song.
Yeah.
But Armed and Dangerous, ain't nobody
bang with us.
Thank you.
Straight up, we don't injure us, label us notorious.
The way he did that, the way he jumped on that on Bone style.
Bone's verses was better too.
When you think about it, it made you think about how when DJ Run did that style on Let's Get Married, on the Let's Get Married remix
when he was rapping fast.
That's Bone style that Run did.
Whoa, Run ain't go rap that fast on that song, did he? He rapped that fast on Let's Get Married remix?
Run don't get enough credit.
He don't.
Run don't get enough credit. Today, that's my guy.
You ain't like DJ. Like Run from Run DMC is one of the illest MCs ever. Like that motherfucker gets slept on because of that goddamn. Because the group was so big. That group was so fucking big.
Oh my God!
Run could fucking spit, bro.
The way he hit Russell that line when he say, "Now DJ Run is my name."
Word.
Jump then.
Yeah. I
go on for days with Run DMC.
This is how I knew. Like, okay, like I'm a kid, right? Low key when I was a kid, I wanted to be your age because you went to them shows like Fresh Fest. Shit that I wanted to go to that I could not go to. I could not go to the Raising Hell tour when it came to my city in Springfield, Massachusetts. My aunt, shout out to my aunt Benita Cornute, she brought me a hat, from it because I guess she had to cover it here in St. Louis. So when she came home for Christmas, she brought me the hat. My grandmother would not let me wear the hat.
Don't get it twisted. I didn't go to a lot of concerts.
I feel you.
That one just sticks out my mind because that's the only one I went to at that time.
I feel you. But and I wanted to go to that show so bad. I wanted to wear that hat so bad. My grandmother would not let me wear it. She was not playing that shit. My grandmother was super religious. But it was just in the 80s, if it wasn't for Run DMC pushing this hip hop shit to the Midwest, ain't no telling where the game would be. And then for them to be running shit in the 80s and pushing hip hop to a whole nother level, from them to come back 10 years later with that Down with the King man, and that shit was hard. Man, fuck out of here, bro. Ain't
one show that I hate that I missed.
Fucking with Run DMC ever.
One show that I hate that I missed. That a lot of guys around my age.
You remember the Raising Hell tour though, right?
Yeah,
that shit was huge.
One show that I missed the Juice Crew when they came here.
Oh shit!
This was at the height of the Juice Crew.
Now the Juice Crew was who was in the Juice Crew?
Biz Markie, Big Daddy Kane, Cool J Rap.
I'm sorry,
Cool J Rap.
I should be smacked
Master
for that
Ace.
Shit.
Man. This is when the Vapors is out.
Word. How you missed that? Your mom's won't let you go.
We're poor. That's why.
Yeah, true. I feel you.
But
we all was.
I remember my brother went. And I remember they was talking about it in the.
Mikey went.
Was it Mike or was it James?
Probably was James.
Which one it was. But they was talking about they was in the concourse. They seen somebody taking pictures with Biz Markie. Talking about Kane didn't show that night.
Kane didn't show?
Kane didn't show that night. Somebody asked Biz Markie while he was taking pictures. Where Kane at?
Yeah.
He said he looked at him like, no.
Right.
But
I asked Raekwon that when he had a show here, and he looked at me like, hey, where's Ghost? He was like, I don't know.
I wasn't know. But it was a just keeping it hip hop. It was a great show. It really was. Like even without Meth there, just seeing Wu,
it's perfect.
Seeing Lil Dirty. Lil Dirty looks just like his old dude.
Oh my God, bruh.
Just seeing the Wu period,
bruh.
Because when you've been a Wu fan,
right,
and to actually get a chance to see them live,
right,
and appreciate the music,
right,
and the cuts, everybody don't mess with. I don't know. Incarcerated Scarfaces are all verbal intercourse. You know what I'm saying? Verbal intercourse is just one of the greats right there.
It is.
Just in the hear Nas, it just don't get no better with Nas.
Did you have the purple tape or did you have the CD? Which one did you have for Only Bill for Cuban Links?
Man, just like they lost that purple tape, I lost the purple tape too.
Okay, I'm about to say, you looking like you ain't had that motherfucker for a minute.
Back, man. Where my tape at? Right. Where my tape at?
Right. Man, niggas came over with 40s and blunts, man. This shit just came up missing.
Straight up. But that's what I was trying to let people understand and know the other day. Even though I got love for the West, got love for the South.
Right.
I mean, it was always East Coast first. You know what I'm saying?
We started this shit. We created this shit.
And that's where the love of lyrics come from.
Yeah.
And still to this day, no matter, like I was just telling somebody earlier today on Facebook, me and my guy, with people from our generation, it got to a point. It didn't. We don't care where you from, but lyrically, you got to be lyrical first. Mm-hmm. And if you're not lyrical, we don't care how much you sell.
All right. So, and this goes right into what we just was talking about. Have you heard of the shit recently with Busta Rhymes and Fat Joe online?
As far as what?
Okay, you didn't hear about the thing with Fat Joe for like the last two?
talking about Fat Joe saying that Latinos had not getting their proper respect in building hip hop.
Yeah,
he right.
He is right.
Yeah.
And the thing that I hate about it is that people outside of the East Coast or don't know hip hop thoroughly do not know that. They don't know that Latino, because he's saying it's 50-50, bro. You know what I'm saying, on creative and shit. He's right to a certain extent. Like, you know what I'm saying, when oh my God, when my man brought when Kool Herc brought the turntable to the park, started mixing and started playing his shit, and everybody was getting down and started grabbing the mic and saying some shit. You had our Puerto Rican brothers and sisters, our Latino brothers and sisters right there doing the same shit same day.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I know what he mean on that. I mean, you had guys like DJ Tony Touch. I had Tony Touch mixtapes.
No, Tony Touch was the shit.
But you cannot get upset about the fact that the media wasn't pushing it like that. Now you do have it's certain things that we do know. Like I said, like somebody like myself who knows about Tony Touch and the original Fat Joe and Beat Nuts.
Yeah.
But
he talking about
I'm talking
before
about before then.
Yeah.
Even before then, we talking about like Sylvia Rome days now and days like that.
Sylvia who?
Sylvia Rome.
Who's that?
Brought out
Crazy
Hill
Legs?
Gang. Brought out Sugar Hill Gang. When you when you talk about guys,
did she own Solar Records? Was she's
it was something?
Because Solar Records is what they came out on.
Something up in there. I don't want to say the wrong fact.
Okay.
I'm saying the same thing. Something wrong, I should say. But excuse me. My point being,
you may want to hit that water.
When you get back to the like you say the In the Park days, when you get back to how the way the story was told to us, that's where the disconnect comes from.
Yes,
that's y'all fault for not speaking up more to let people know, like, hey, yo, Boricua, we was here.
True, but they had. That's the thing.
I mean, they were, but they weren't speaking it up enough.
Okay,
remember back in the days when the source was out, how much we used to read the source.
Oh yeah.
They never did make sure that their presence was known enough.
No,
that's all I'm saying.
They were known in the source. Latinos were all in the source. Latino was in Vibe magazine. Shit. What's my main girl was the goddamn editor in chief in the source.
But what I'm saying is, when you got people who weren't really checking the source like that,
and that's
where y'all gotta be like when y'all should have been coming to your MTV or Rap City with more of a presence, letting people know for real, like not just Puerto Rican Day. Yeah, we was here from the beginning. You feel what I'm saying?
They've done that. It's hard to me. It's just like for people that are outside of the East Coast. They may not realize this shit. Like, okay, definitely on the West Coast, you got a Latino presence. You got Kid Frost. You got the Latino Mexican rappers out there. We got that, and now it's almost on some like the Mexican rappers was racist and shit. I never got that vibe from them back in the day, but now when you hit certain clips, because they're trying to push this narrative of, Latinos versus blacks, which I'm not here for at all, because I grew up with these people. These cats is our brothers and sisters.
Right.
Like, Latino people are from us. So I'm not going to, if you think I'm about to be a part of that, blacks versus Latinos, you got me all the way fucked up. That's
what
dumbest,
they want.
That's the dumbest narrative we could ever have ever. But where I'm from, I seen it with my own eyes. I saw it on local television. I saw it on public access. I saw it on the street corners. Cats that live in Chicago, LA, Detroit, in Indiana, Minnesota, Atlanta, they didn't see Latinos repping like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not the fact that Latinos wasn't doing their job, going to rap cities, going to Yo MTV Raps, this, that, and the third. It's just it was hard for them to get the exposure like that. You know what I'm saying? Do you know who the first Latino rapper was to go platinum?
That would be Big Pun.
Exactly. A lot of people don't know that shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't even think they don't even think a Latino rapper went platinum. You know what I'm saying?
No, people know Pun went platinum, dog.
Bruh,
Pun let you know he went platinum.
True.
And Fat Joe. But
True.
What I'm saying is, to speak to your point, you did have people in these areas who knew what was going on, but like I state, even when excuse me, it carries over to hip hop as well. I don't fuck with casual fans.
Right.
I don't fuck with casual fans in basketball, football, whatever it may be.
We know that about you.
But what I mean is, casual fans hip hop wise.
But it's casual fans that's pushing this narrative of like, oh, it's not, but Latinos ain't doing nothing. They ain't create hip hop.
That's why I don't listen to them. Because y'all don't even trip off. Y'all don't know what was going on at the beginning.
Okay.
The people who really was into hip hop, we know who was there.
Guess who is 100% agreeing with this rhetoric? Grandmaster Caz from, I think, what he with the Furious Five?
No.
Back in the day?
Grandmaster Caz is the godfather of cursing. That's why he and being one of the first superstars to have a fucked up contract.
What clique was he with though? He was with one of them.
He wasn't with no clique. He was just by himself.
Grandmaster
You're
Caz
thinking of Grandmaster Flash.
No, I'm thinking of Grandmaster Caz. He's the one. He was just on Rock the Bells radio station earlier this week talking about Tuesday when I was getting ready for the show. He was on the radio station talking about this. He was the one online blasting Fat Joe, and he's a pioneer.
Is he saying he's against the Latinos being? Well, that's what I'm saying. Is he saying he's on Fat Joe's side or against
he's saying it was not 50-50. He's saying that it was 100% black folks and Latinos, gave what is it? They gave something too, but not help create.
See, I don't think it's never 100%, and I definitely don't think it's 50-50 though.
You don't think it's 50-50?
I don't think it's 50-50, but they did have a big presence. a huge presence. But when you saying 50-50, nah.
Yeah. And let me rephrase. I don't think it's because I even tweeted this. I think it's when Fat Joe said 50-50, he may have taken it a little too far, but I get what he's saying because when the shit was created in the late 70s, who was right the hell there? Us and Latinos. That was it. You know what I'm saying? They were right there with us.
Now we saw them doing graffiti and breakdancing.
Yeah.
But
and
not on the mic.
Graffiti and breakdancing
Yeah,
was hip hop.
Those are still
hip-hop.
facets and assets of hip hop. But when we talking about music wise,
Yeah, on the mic.
yeah, nah.
He gave, and speaking of that too, Fat Joe put out a video too, I guess trying to shut these dumbass people up, and just to give the history because a lot of folks don't know. And he listed video footage of like several different MCs and DJs that were Latino. So they got on the mic as well.
I'm not saying they weren't there.
Yeah,
but as far as just like when we talk about our hip hop forefathers and the people whose names were out there,
yeah,
nah.
Right.
No.
Right. All right. So, New York State of Mind episode today. Last thing I'm gonna wrap it up with, and this, all this shit is coming together so smoothly.
Best thing to happen.
We'll do that next week. We'll do it next week since we already jumped into it. We'll definitely do that next week. Serena Williams' last match in Flushing, Queens, New York, U.S. Open. What you think about it?
It was cool.
Did you watch any of it?
Some of it, I had something else going on at the time. Just thinking back to, like I said, when I heard her speech after the match, and naturally I started crying because first and foremost, if anyone can remember, the first person that she shouted out was her dad.
Word, right on.
And I'm not,
King Richard.
And I'm not trying to say father over mother. I know nothing like that. But I'm just saying, she made sure she honored her father first.
Nice.
And what really got me though is like when she started talking about Venus, because unless you were around,
it was no. If it wasn't for Venus, it wouldn't be no Serena. Yeah, that was real.
What people don't understand, unless you were around,
she was supposed to be that one.
All the hype was on Venus at first.
You ain't lying, though.
And Venus and Richard said, "My sister is better than me." For you to be able to have the humility to forecast about your sister. You're already
sister.
great.
Your younger sister.
You're already great and on the come up, and to be able to have the wherewithal to be able to say, "My sister's coming behind me and she's better."
Wherewithal.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you. And for the father to also to back it up. And like they say, the greatest tennis coach on earth never played tennis.
What? That's another thing too. I don't know. I want to watch that movie, but I feel like the movie won't tell me. Why was he so into fucking tennis? Like, what made Compton? You in Compton, California? Why tennis?
Because you're a girl, Dad. I got girls. We out here in Compton. I want my girls to be different. I want my girls to be thinking. Now you got to also think about, we talking about the 80s.
Yeah.
I don't want my girls to be the same as every other girl. I want if they're already showing an interest, I want their mindset to be different too. So they pick up something, they're not only do they pick it up, they become good at it.
Right.
And as a coach and as a parent who's had children play, when you see the seed start to cultivate,
right,
then that's where the good parent comes in.
Right.
That's what coaches love, when you see that parent who wants to support their child.
Right.
I don't care about spending money on my child or spending time having my child go here or there. Now, his thing, I didn't have money for this exclusive sport. So, as with everything, all you got to do is sit back and watch the game and learn. Right. And he studied and he taught his girls.
True. Did you watch the movie?
Didn't need to.
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't need to. I've seen their life. I just tripped off that the other day at work. Yeah. Because I thought about it. I'm like, man, I saw her from beads.
Yeah.
All the way to now.
Yeah.
Think about that.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not as excited as y'all are. Like, it's not like, to me, like the GOAT retiring or something.
She's the GOAT.
She is. She's the GOAT. She's the GOAT of.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I really don't mean to cut you off.
You ain't that sorry.
How much women's tennis have you watched in your lifetime, though? Did you ever watch like Steffi Graf and,
Yeah.
and them go at it?
The Martina Navratilova,
So when you
fucking
think
Billie
about-
Jean King.
When you think about them,
Yeah.
Now think about. Hold on, before we
Monica Seles.
before we come to Venus,
Jennifer Capriati, like she better than all of them.
I'm glad you're naming all them.
Yeah.
Now before we get to Venus and
I
Serena,
like women's tennis better than men's tennis.
before we get to Venus and Serena,
Yeah.
now think about all the days when we watch Celis and Steffi go at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
French Open, Wimbledon.
Yeah.
All we had was Zena. All we had was Zena Garrison.
Who's Zena Garrison? She was black?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
During that time, what we talking about, all we had was Zena.
Wow. I don't even know her. I just know Althea Gibson.
Between Althea Gibson and Serena, it was Zena Garrison.
Right on.
That's all it was.
Yo in the building. Miss Brown in the house. What up,
So
cutie?
it's like, once you see them come along, then after that,
yeah.
Cause Zena was just there by herself,
Yeah.
no sister. She ain't have it like Sloane Stevenson. She ain't have Coco Golf to talk to.
Yeah.
She ain't have nobody.
Yeah. Shit, she didn't even have media because I don't remember her. I just remember Althea Gibson. Like, I don't even know who that sister is. I didn't even know they had somebody black back then.
Zena never. I don't think she ever won a major.
Did she ever get close?
Yeah, she got close, but she
Okay.
never won a major though.
All right. I'm gonna give my take on it. I know she's GOAT. I know she's tennis GOAT. I know she's she by far women's tennis GOAT. And I love Serena. I fuck with Serena. Now, I fuck with Serena.
Women's
but I don't
athletes,
love
period.
Serena like I used to.
Whoa.
I can't just ignore the fact that you never, and let me get it all out before you interrupt me, because I know you will. You never stood up for us. You never stood up for us in any fucking thing. You never stood up when they pressured you about your cat suit. You never pushed back on that. You never pushed back on anything that was going on with black folk, us getting killed by pigs, like hotcakes. You know, the shit was going on daily in this country. You never spoke on it. Venus never spoke on it. All y'all ever did was just play tennis. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. Dang, you got to make all these fucking noises. Can I get my point out? Like, goddamn. Talking about you ain't going to interrupt me, but you making it sound like you having a baby over there. Chill.
With all these body blows.
All right,
I can't say that.
you all right? Cover your fucking mouth. What up, Vinny? What's up, bro? How you living, dog? Vinny in the house. Major STL artist right there. But it's just, to me, like, she never stood up for us. And you run to some billionaire white boy to save you. Like, I don't know, man. I could never get over that. She was such an inspiration. She was such an inspiration for black girls everywhere. That's why you have so many in there now. But it's just like your number one fan, you played her in a major. I think that was the Open a couple years ago. And all that sister wanted to do was play you and probably be in your presence, because it would be like me and be in the presence of the GOAT. I would just be in awe. If I'm good enough to play against the GOAT, then wow, I'm the shit, and I would love that. But all you did was shit on her, and all Naomi did was kick your ass in that fucking game. But all you could do is just do anything you could to bitch and complain about every point that Naomi got, to the point where you got this girl crying on a national fucking stage. Because you too busy playing John McEnroe over here, bitching and complaining about every fucking call, every point and call. That right there sticks in my craw. I don't like it. I think it's disrespectful. As rich as she is and as powerful she is in this second act of her life, I want to see some tennis schools open. I want to see some shit in the hood. Like, do some shit for people that look like you, not just rich fucking people. That's all I'm saying. That's the shit that's really disturbing with me with her. It just really had so many opportunities to stand up for herself and her people, and just chose the game and chose to be quiet. Go ahead, man. Say what you got to say.
Evidently, you don't know the fighting that the two Williams sisters have done for women's rights and women's tennis rights.
Women's rights, probably. I don't know what they do for black folks.
Like I said,
What they do?
Just a lot of the things that they just had to go through personally.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
That's the same as fighting. What they had to go through at Indian Wells, that's your home field. That's your backyard. Mm-hmm. Indian Wells, California.
Uh-huh.
When you were teenagers, getting racially treated like that, to the point where they're crying.
Where you never speak out on it. You
No.
never speak out
Well,
on
they
it.
did.
You never
Yes,
mention
they
it.
did. They first of all they they spoke out on it and boycotted them for damn near 20 years.
Indian Wells.
Yeah, they boycotted that tournament for an incredibly long time.
Guess what? That tournament's not a major. It doesn't fucking matter.
No, but
they're not getting paid off
not
of
the
that.
fact that it's not a major.
You want to see them? You want to see them do something? Have them boycott Wimbledon. Had them boycott U.S.
They
Open
damn near
or the
did,
Aussie Open.
but
Damn near don't count,
But
brother.
what I'm saying is this: if they didn't do some of the things that they did, the prize money that they're getting now, they wouldn't be getting it. Venus and Serena are the only ones that drove the prize money to what it is now.
No shit. Yeah, I get that.
That's huge.
Yeah, it is.
It was a huge disparity from
That's
the
helping,
beginning.
That's helping rich people and tennis folks.
That's helping them.
What did they do for black folks?
Okay, I don't know.
Exactly. That's it. I don't know.
I can't say
Exactly.
what's been done or what hasn't been done.
Because their presence alone.
But the reason I'm saying that is it's the same thing as what people used to say about MJ. He don't do da-da-da-da-da, but they didn't know what was being done behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And just on the surface, it seemed like MJ wasn't doing X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm.
But true, when all actuality, he was doing X, Y, and Z. It just wasn't being talked about as much.
True, and this in my
and I would be willing to bet even money that they've been doing some of the same things.
First off, maybe they have, but to me, like this same argument I'm saying right now, my mother could say the same thing. My mother said this to me. My mother used to use this argument against the GOAT with me every day of my life back in the day because that's all Jordan was about. Jordan was about basketball, Jordans, and getting paid. He wasn't about standing up for shit for us. So this same argument can be used against my favorite player ever and the greatest person ever touch a basketball. But
Kareem,
we talking about the GOAT. But
Kareem.
To me, at least now he said some stuff. Now he stood up. Now he's used his platform. I mean, are they going to have to wait to retire and wait 20 years before they say something? Like, good guy, it's 2022. You have a searchlight out there. His name is LeBron James. He showed y'all all the way to how to get paid and be an activist. You know what I'm saying?
Different sport.
So fucking what? It don't matter, bruh. It don't matter. When you're at the status as a Serena, as a Jordan, as a James, it don't matter what sport you play. You can change. My man for Formula One, Lewis Hamilton, he speaks out. And he is besides tennis and golf, the widest fucking sport. You know what I'm saying? So he can take the time to speak out. And he's not a household name yet, even though he's close. Because Lewis Hamilton is cold-blooded.
He's a household name if you know about sports.
If you know racing, racing is a household name. But to the masses, he's not a household name yet. But he can take the time out. That's the only thing I'm saying about Serena and Venus. Both of them stand up for something besides money and tennis. That's all I'm saying. That's it. So. All right, bro. Man, that was it. But, yeah, New York State of Mind episode. You got anything else before we get up out of here? I'm ready to smoke.
One last thing before we go. Shout out to Patrick McCaw. Right now playing for Team USA.
Talk about it. Yes,
in
sir.
the America Cup tournament.
That's the dude.
In Brazil.
Love you, Pat.
They had a game today. The game got suspended because of the ventilation in the arena. They were up 48-21 at half. They lost to Mexico Friday. But Pat is healthy and trying to prove to the league and the rest of the world it ain't unchanged. He's still a baller, and he's healthy now.
Damn right. What and who was he playing for?
Right now, Team USA, but the last team he was with was in the G League with the Delaware 87ers. Mm-hmm. And as of right now, scheduled to be our guest 2 weeks from today, September 18th.
Ooh, that's a hell of a preview. Y'all heard it. Pat McCaw, NBA player, will make his return to High Off the Glass before we had him on the phone. And hopefully this time on September 18th, he will be live in studio. Yo, this is pretty damn good.
As well as next week, having our first
You sure you want to talk about that? You 100% sure?
Player.
You sure he coming?
Yeah, he coming.
You sure? Okay, talk about
Montavious Payne.
Talk about it.
Be here next week. You guys in St. Louis, y'all know who he is, Tay. We will see you next week. Special guest in studio.
We got to give major love to the CBA, men's and women's. We have teams here. The men play ABA teams. The women play at what is
Harris
it?
Stowe.
No, the men play at Harris Stowe. The women play at the rec center in Florissant. Oh man, I used to live across the street. What's that rec center with the ice skating rink right across from the high school? James Egan Center. The women's ABA team They play here in they play at the James Egan Center in Florissant. The men's ABA team, St. Louis Spirit, they play at Harristow. Season starts in October. Y'all need to check them out. We're gonna be talking to them more. We're gonna have Damon, the local president. Damon Cannon, the local president. We're gonna have him back on the show to talk more about his league. But man, this is NY State of Mind for real, yo. Major shout out
September preseason basketball.
Let's go. NBA is on its way back. Let's go. Cannot wait for this NBA. Let's go.
Basketball never stops.
Never fucking stops. Can't wait for this NBA. We know football is starting next week, but this is a basketball show. We love football, but NBA is king. And I tell you one thing, NFL, if you think you're gonna take Christmas from the NBA, you got another motherfucking thing coming. Christmas is Jesus and NBA. That's it. Ain't got nothing to do with you, NFL. Fuck you, NFL. Trying to take away goddamn Christmas. You already got Sundays and Thanksgiving, greedy bitches. Man, we out this month. Yo, man, have me get mad. I gotta smoke something. Yo, you got anything else?
Keep smoking.
Keep smoking. Keep hooping. We out. Peace. NBA is king. Yeah, that November 5th. What's happening November 5th? Boston and the Knicks. Yeah.
It's on the fucking Saturday.
It is?
Yes.
I'm down to go.